Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and my project today is a no-cut box that you can make with a 6x6 piece of paper. There's no cutting, there's no stamping, there's just some dies and a punch and some glue and a hole punch, and you're finished. Now in this you can fit 4 of the Hershey miniatures in here if you'd like. Maybe 5 if you really squeeze them in there. But in here I have a Kit Kat fun size bar and a stretchy skeleton. The stretchy skeletons I got from Walmart for 97 cents for 12 of them. Not too bad. And they're really kind of cute. They don't, well, the skull's a little creepy, but the kids like that, and they just stretch. They're not sticky or anything, they just stretch. So anybody under 3, you would want to give the stretchy skeletons to in case they bite them. Alrighty, so what we need for this project is a 6 by 5.5 piece of DSP. We need 3 Highland Heather cardstock scallop circles that are approximately 1 1/8. Okay, and these are from the layering circle dies. And 3 black glitter paper circles that are approximately 1 3/8. Okay, so we need those. I fussy cut the skull from the Cute Halloween DSP. Because we don't have, the punch doesn't have that. And we need a cat and a pumpkin out of the DSP that we can cut with the Halloween punch. Now for this project, the only supplies you need are the layering circle dies, the Cute Halloween DSP, and the Halloween punch. Alrighty? Alright, and also the black and white gingham ribbon and some glue. Alright, so let's start with our 6 by 5.5 piece of DSP. I'm going to get my Simply Scored. And we're going to score on the 6-inch side first. Alrighty. There we go. Okay, again on the 6-inch side, we're going to score at 1/2, 1, 5, and 5.5. Then we're going to turn it a quarter turn to the 5.5-inch side, and we're going to score at 1/2, 2.5, 3, and 5. And that's it. Then I'm just going to fold and burnish. There is a 1/2-inch strip at the top and the bottom here. This is the 6-inch side that is in landscape. And then there's 2 1/2-inch strips on each side here. The last 1/2-inch strip we want to fold backwards towards the box, towards the outside of the box. All right, but it doesn't matter. If you fold it the other way, we can fold it quickly the right way. And all the rest of it, you just want to fold on the score lines. Okay, and then we just need some tear and tape, and you can put it on either. We're going to put this way here is 5.5. Okay, we're going to put the 1/2-inch strips that are only singular on the left and the right now, and we're going to put it tear and tape on one of them as close to the score line as we can get it. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to take the backing off. Alright, now I'm going to fold this over, and then fold over just the tape, and then take this side of the box and fold it on top. And that is the basic box. Ooh, I think I forgot to fold and burnish these. That's all right, we'll get it going. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I just forgot that one. Okay, so that's your basic box. Then what we're going to do is we're going to stand it up and we're going to just push in the middle with our pointers and squeeze the rest, and that makes the end. See that? Just like that. And we're going to do that on both sides. Easy peasy. Alrighty. Now we can cut our holes. This is a 1/8 inch hole punch, but whatever size you have will be fine. And I'm going to do 2 holes, about, I'd say, a 1/2 inch from the side from each of them. Alrighty, and then I'm going to take my black and white gingham ribbon. I'm going to put it through them. Now this part that has the seam is going to be on the back. That's the back of our box. So we're just going to put it from the top to the bottom. Oh my goodness, it's fighting me right now. Okay, and then the bottom to the top. Just a simple thread. Alright, and then we're just going to tie a bow. Now I have it so that my tails go away from the box, so they don't cover any of the cute figures. So I tie it with the rest of the box up, no matter which side I'm on. Okay, and then I'm just going to snip the ends of here. And to make this even easier, you could just glue the ends. And then you wouldn't even have to fuss with tying a bow. Alright, this way they can open up either end and you're good. Okay, now I'm going to put my Kit Kat and my stretchy guy in there. Now you can fit other, like Twizzlers will fit in here. Anything that's only a 1/2 inch high. And then I'm going to put... And you could also staple these if you wanted to, or just glue them, either way. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. So that's the whole box done. And then you can decide to decorate it however you like. But I am going to do it the easy way. So you could even use a punch if you don't want to cut all these out with the layering circle dies. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my liquid glue here. All right, first we're going to glue the circles onto the scallop circles onto the glitter paper. And then we're going to glue the skeleton that I fussy cut. And he's really not hard to fussy cut. There's there's 3, I think, different ones you can pick from. And he's relatively easy. He's got no really hard lines. Okay, and then for the kitty cat, I'm going to use the Halloween punch. And going to stick that in there, and you could always stamp these too. If you don't have the DSP, you can get the cutest Halloween stamp set. And then I'm going to cut the pumpkin out of the paper. You could cut a ghost too. You could stamp and cut a ghost with this, but I kind of liked the skull was really cute, the skeleton head. All right, and then I'm just going to glue these on. Alrighty. Then what we're going to do is we're going to save the pumpkin for the middle. So I'm going to put the skeleton only a sliver is going to show underneath and after this score line here. So I'm just going to glue that straight onto the box right there. Oops, sorry, I'm kind of low. And then I'm going to take the cat and I'm going to put him on the other side with just a sliver up below him and next to this score line here. Okay, and then I'm just going to get some dimensionals. I'm going to pop the pumpkin up. And you could use one of these circles for a sentiment. Oh, this guy just popped up on me. There we go. Hold him down a little longer. Alrighty. Okay, and then I'm just gonna get my dimensional backs off and I'm gonna put the pumpkin towards the top. And that's it. That's one of the quickest boxes I've ever done. If you're new here, welcome and please subscribe. And if you would need any of these products from Stampin' Up, my address is at the top of the screen. If you click the little arrow at the bottom right of the video box, there is all my information, which would be my address for purchasing Stampin' Up, my email address to contact me, and my blog address, which will have all the measurements. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.